Today we are going to be ranking every character from Vikings. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Guys, this is probably going to be a massive tier list, so I'm not going to sit down and break it down every single character over here. Now, I do have some reminders on my other monitor for some names that I don't remember over the course of watching the series, but we are going to be ranking them based on how interested I was in them in a character. In the past, I've done rankings like I'm going to be ranking every character based on how much I like them. But the problem is I ran into some things where I found myself very, very interested. Ivar is going to be a perfect example. I don't like Ivar, but I am so interested in his story. So I can't put Ivar into the D tier. You know what I mean? So that's the rankings that's going to be going on for today. Starting off with King Ale. I didn't like King Ale. To be honest, I actually wasn't really interested in his story. I didn't like him as a character. He was a little bit of a scumbag. I didn't expect to start straight off with a D tier, to be honest with you. Aethelred. He was okay. And the C tier, guys, is going to be okay, I'm not unhappy that he's here, but I'm not really interested in him. I feel a little bit better than him for that. I'm going to put him into the B tier. A short story, but when he was on screen, I did enjoy watching him. Let's get into Aethelwulf, one of the objectively good characters out of a show where every single character is objectively evil. A God-fearing man, an honest man who always wanted to do the right thing. Aethelwulf was an excellent character who was done dirty. The problem being his story in particular doesn't match up to some people that I know I'm going to be ranking on this list. We're going to also do a tier list series probably talking about how much I actually like the characters, but we are going to be ranking them from a story perspective. So I'm going to put Aethelwulf into the A tier. Now, King Alfred. I liked him more as time went on. He had an excellent conclusion. He turned into an incredible king. I liked his story and him learning everything. I think he's a very good character, man. I might move some of these characters around, but I'm going to start him off with the S tier. Okay, now I don't remember this woman's name, Amma, with the love interest of Hitzberg. I don't remember much about her. She's going to go into the C tier. Oh, ass lug. Her name even sounds like ass lug. I didn't like her, man. I wasn't really even that interested in what Ragnar had to do with her, to be honest with you. I was like, come on, man. Lagertha's better. We all love Lagertha. But that was also the point of the character, and she did a good job playing the character that she was playing. I don't feel indifferent to her. I guess low B tier for Aslug, okay? Now let's talk about Astrid. I actually didn't like Astrid. She had a little bit of a short story. There wasn't really anything of significance that she was really, really a part of. I'm going to put her in the C tier. I just did not find myself caring about her. And I'm actually, guys, I'm not going to be ranking the C tier. These are just okay characters, whatever. Now, this is Athelstan. His head is cut off for some reason. I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular take, to be honest with you, but I don't really like Athelstan all that much. I get his story with Ragnar is pretty cool. It was okay having him around, but when he was around, he was probably the least interesting character of the bunch. I'm going to put Athelstan into the B tier right in front of Aslug. Okay, now Bjorn. We have our first SS tier character. You know what's funny? And I talked about this in my Vikings review. I reviewed almost every single season on this channel. In season 1, I didn't like Bjorn. I didn't like him when he was a kid. Then he turned in to be such a fantastic character. He was going to be one of the good men of the show. Until he was unfaithful to one of the best women in the entire show. And I was like, come on, Bjorn. Come on, man. But, man, he had an excellent conclusion. Every single season, he got better. The actor for him is absolutely phenomenal as well. SS tier, 100% for Bjorn. Now, let's get into Borg. I don't even remember who Borg is. I just have some of the names in my other monitor, guys, because I knew that there would be some people that I remember. I don't remember this guy at all. C tier. Let's get into Charles. King Charles. C tier as well. Didn't care for him either. Now, Deer. You know what's funny? And I talked about this in my Season 6 review, is a lot of people had a little bit of a problem with the story of the Roos. Because the significance of the story didn't really matter all of that much. I found myself enjoying it. I liked it. But for this character specifically, we saw him so little. He was an okay guy. I liked seeing him when he was on screen. I'm going to put him into the B tier right behind Athelstan. Now, King Egbert. He grew on me. I found myself a little bit disinterested in his storyline when he first kind of came about, but as he went on, once we had the conclusion with Ragnar, once he started really caring about Ragnar, he was a very, very interesting character to watch, and I enjoyed him when he was on screen. I'm going to put him, he doesn't match up with Bjorn, I'm going to put him into the S tier. I'm going to put him actually right behind Alfred. I really, really liked Alfred, man. Now let's continue on to Alfred's wife. What's her name? Ellsworth, excuse me. She was annoying. I didn't like her. And she lashed out for some okay reasons, don't get me wrong, but I found myself not really liking her that much. I'm going to put her in the D tier right in front of King L. Now, Eric. I actually didn't like Eric either. I thought that he was a little bit misplaced. Even when he first came onto the scene, I didn't even see like any really potential in him. I could not be less interested in his story and how it concluded with Ingrid. I actually didn't like Eric, and I feel bad, man, because these actors do such a good job. Like, the actor for Eric is great. He's awesome. He played the character amazingly. But it's just the story that I was personally interested in, and this story didn't really fall into it. So I'm actually going to put Eric into the D tier as well. King Yale's probably going to be like the worst of the worst. Now here's the problem, okay? Now here's the problem. We have Torvi's husband. This dude was awesome when he was on screen. Like, I was very, very interested in the story with him. I was very interested with him, Bjorn, Torvi. But I have a problem ranking these types of characters highly because this dude is like, and I know it's a show of objectively evil characters, but he's like real bad. But I was interested whenever he was around. I'm going to put him into the A tier. Let's continue on to Ivan. I don't remember who Ivan is, guys. My apologies. It's been a long time watching this show. I guess C tier for him. Floki. Ooh. I had a little bit of an up and down relationship with Floki. Kind of like around the middle of Vikings. I didn't like him too much. I liked him at the beginning of Vikings. I loved him at the end of Vikings. But you know what hurt Floki is I hated the story when he like first took off and he wanted to have his own settlement. But then he just came back again, and then I realized like how much I actually really, really miss Floki. He's going to be an S or SS tier, but I don't know if I want to put him into the SS tier. Like, he doesn't stack up to the story that was told Bjorn. For that reason, I'm going to put Floki into the S tier in front of Alfred. Now, which one's this? Which one's this? The two characters look the same. Freydis, sorry. Freydis. And I still don't know if like it was the same chick over with the Roos. I have no idea if it was the same girl with Oleg. C tier. I don't have any feelings towards her whatsoever. Now, Gilsa, the wife of Rollo. She had some very, very understandable moments of lashing out, but I did not find it pleasant when she was lashing out. Okay, we're going to be putting her, unfortunately, into the D tier. I did not like her. Okay, now Gunhild, I did like her. She was awesome, man. Again, stands out a little bit like Aethelwolf. One of the good characters in a show full of evil, evil, evil people. She's awesome, dude. I think she was an excellent wife. She was logical. She went out like a queen. Slay girl. Let's go. Slay queen. Yes. We're going to be putting Gunhild into the A tier. I'm going to put her actually right in front of Aethelwolf, okay? Now, what's his name? Sorry, King Harold's brother, Halfdan. We didn't see as much of him as King Harold. For that reason, we're going to put him into the B tier. He was just okay. I'm going to put him at the bottom of B tier. Now, King Harold. I really liked King Harold through the majority of Vikings until he ended up rigging the election, having all of that power. Now, that's not what we're talking about, though. We're talking about like how interested I was in his story. And whenever King Harold was around, I was supremely interested. From when he first came onto the scene, from when he was looking for love, when he was shadowing Bjorn or like wanting the same life of Bjorn, whether it was him actually becoming king, him having an excellent departure. I think King Harold was a great character, dude. I'm going to put King Harold into the SS tier. I loved his character. Very, very interested whenever he was around, okay? The first Earl. He was cool, too. It just sucks because he didn't have as much screen time, but you can't fault him for that, right? So we're going to put him into the A tier. I'm going to put him in front of Aethelwolf. Now, something. Nope, Harbord. That's what it is. Now that I think about it, did we even get a conclusion for Harbord? Did he even come back? What was the point of him? Just to heal Ivor? That's confusing. I need to look into that a little bit. But to be honest with you, I actually wasn't too interested whenever he came around. I'm going to put him low B tier. I'm going to put him right behind Aslug, okay? Now, Haymond. I don't know if this is going to be an unpopular take either, to be honest with you. I didn't really care for him. I didn't care for him at all. He was alright. He had an okay story. Like, he had a more significant story than these characters. Bottom of B tier, okay? Now, Helga. wholesome, nice. Every time she was around, she was pleasant, but there wasn't really much else to break from. I'm going to put her into the B tier as well. I'm going to put her right behind Athelstan. Now, let's get into Horik. C tier. I don't care for Horik. Now, Hitzberg. I didn't like him when he was first around, but when the story came about after he lost his family and he ended up being a drunk, then went on all of his travels, redeemed himself at the end. Well, redeemed himself in like the eyes of a Viking, you know what I mean? And actually, he ended up turning away from the Viking Viking ways. I didn't like him until probably the last season, but I was left with a solid impression. Hitzberg is going to go into the top of A tier. I don't think he stacks up against the rest of these characters. Now, Prince Igor. I liked Igor a lot. Like I said, I really, really like the story with Oleg, Igor, Ivor, and all of them. I thought it was excellent, man. I was supremely interested in that entire storyline. I was shocked to hear, like, once I started looking up reviews and stuff, how people didn't like that. I liked it, man, and I liked Igor a lot. I'm going to put him into the A tier as well. I'm going to put him right behind Hitzberg. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, Ingrid. I didn't like her story, just like Eric. She was okay when she was with Gunhild and Bjorn. She was okay. But, man, like, I didn't find her conclusion satisfying. I didn't care for it. She just slept with Bjorn, got some power. Yeah, nah. We're going to put her in the C tier. I don't care for her, okay? Ivor. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about ranking all of these characters, right? Ivor is an excellent character. Something that I talked about in the review was I can't believe that the main character of the show, Ragnar, died and the show got better. Ivor arguably carried that show. Here's the question, though. Do I want to put him in front of Bjorn? I think I do. Everything that Ivor was a part of, the actor carrying him as well, the story that he had, Ivor the Boneless, his relationship with Ragnar, his journey with Ragnar, no matter what Ivor was doing, I loved it. I thought that he was great so far, and I don't know if it's going to change. He's going to be the best character in all of Vikings. Let's continue on to Judith. As much as I hated Judith in the show, I was interested in her, and I thought she was a good character. She's going to go into the A tier. I'm going to put her actually right with Aethelwulf, but a little bit more interesting. No, you know what, guys? I'm going to move the first Earl down a little bit. I'm not going to fault anybody for not having any screen time because I thought season 1 was excellent with him, okay? But I think that these two were a little bit better. I'm going to put her right in front of Aethelwulf, okay? Now, who's this? Who is this person? Kolf. I don't know who this is. C tier. Sorry, guys. Now, Katia. I don't know if she's Freydis or not. I never got that conclusion. But we did see like a little bit more than her, than Ivor's first wife. I didn't care for her, though. Like, at least it was interesting. Like, oh my god, is it her? Is it her? Maybe. That's like really the extent of it. So I'm going to put her into the B tier. I'm going to put her right behind Deer, okay? Now, I don't know, again, and excuse me for mispronouncing this name wrong because I knew I had to go look at it. Gajetil. Gajetil. I was not interested in the story with the settlement. I wasn't. I'm sorry. D tier for this one. I just did not care. I'm going to put him... Actually, I cared about Eric a little less, so D tier for this. Now, it's sad because Quenthirth. We just know her as the, the W word. W girl. I liked her. She was okay. I liked her. We're going to put her into the A tier. She was interesting. I'm going to put her right in front of the... what am I doing? What am I doing? Nope. We're going to put her actually right behind Aethelwulf, okay? Now, Lagertha. Amazing character. Again, one of the good characters in a show full of such evil. Her story was great. She went out great. She was very consistent through the entire series. She was a female character written right. I loved her. She was, and it's so hard for writers to make girls badass, but she was actually pretty badass. She was great. The strategy, she was caring. She was a great mother. All of it. She is an S tier character. Is she an SS tier character? No, she's not. I'm going to put her in front of Loki at the top. Excuse me, Floki at the top of S tier. Let's continue on to the son of Ragnar. What's his name? That Magnus. He claimed to be a son of Ragnar. Didn't care for him. C tier. Don't care. Who's this? Who the heck is this person? Oh, this is Margaret or Margaretti, whatever her name is. I am being confused by Freydis right now. Or is this just the... Was this the girl that Ivor slept with? I think it was the girl that Ivor slept with, but I thought that was Freydis. Don't remember. C tier. Sorry about that, guys. Now, Odo. Don't care for him. C tier. Olaf. Don't care for him. C tier. Nothing interesting came about it. Now, Oleg. I loved his story. Again, I loved the story with the Rus. I thought he was great. He was menacing. He played his character very well. I was very interested. He's going to go into the A tier. I'm going to put him right in front of... We're going to put him right behind Aethelwolf, okay? Now, this is the weird one, okay? Orthair, is that how you say it? I was just confused by him. I'm Athelstan. I saw land. I was confused the whole time. Didn't care for him. C tier. Ragnar Lothbrok. I'm used to saying, I almost said Ragnar, son of Lothbrok. Of course, the mascot for the entire series, the main character. He's in contention with Ivor. He is. He's slightly better than Rollo. He's better than King Harold. Do I want to put Ragnar in front of Ivor? Ivor took over the show. This is probably going to be such an unpopular take, guys. I'm putting Ragnar in second place to Ivor. It's a very, very close call, though. Oh, but he had such interesting story. No, I'm going with my gut. I'm thinking about like this, like it's life or death, man. Ivor was a little bit more interesting than Ragnar. Rollo. If we would have seen more of Rollo on screen, then I think that he would have found himself in the SS tier. I was very interested in everything that Rollo did, and I was shocked that we didn't get to see him again. Even when we did see him again, protecting his son, I thought that it was great. He was a great warrior. I was always interested in his thirst for power, whether or not he was going to betray or actually get back with Ragnar. I thought he was a great character. I'm going to put him into the S tier, right below Eckbert, okay? Now, crap, what's her name? Siggy. I almost said Sissy. Siggy, she's okay. She's okay. B tier. I don't really feel highly about her, but I don't not care about her. Actually, she's going to go at the bottom of B tier. Let's continue on over to Sigurd. Yeah, I mean, that's a little shocking, but we didn't get to see much, so C tier, okay? I don't remember this dude's name. He was the second husband of Lagertha. Sigvard. Didn't care for him either. Didn't like him, but I didn't care for him either. C tier for this character as well. Now, this is the character, again, of the first Earl, his, right-hand man. Didn't care for him either. C tier. The Seer. That's a weird placement because he was kind of I don't want to say the narrator, but he was just the foreshadower of the entire series. He was a good character, though. And I guess every single time that the Seer was around, you were very interested in what he had to say, right? Yeah, I'm going to put him right below Aethelwolf. That's a good spot for him, okay? The Bjorn's wife. What's her name? Sorry, guys. It took forever to finish this show. There's a lot of characters, okay? It is, Thorin. I liked her. It would be a little difficult to get married to her, but I was interested whenever she was around, and I liked her. I'm going to put her into the A tier. I'm going to put her right... you know what? She's a little more interesting than Gunhild. A little bit more interesting. I'm going to put her... I think it's an excellent spot for her. Right in front. Now let's continue on to Torsten. A friend of Ragnar's. Really nothing else to do. Torvi. I love Torvi, man. She is, again, one of those characters like Lagertha. One of those characters there's so little characters. Gunhild, that is. Like Aethelwolf. One of the good characters in the show. Good heart. One of the best for the people. But she really lacked her own in-depth storyline. Aside from some little minor details here and there. But I really liked her. She's an excellent character. She's got to go into the A tier because I like her. I just do. Sorry, guys. I know her story is not as in-depth, but I thought she was great. I'm going to put her at the top of A tier. Yep, top of A tier. And I don't feel shame about it. Ube. He's a little bit more interesting than Hitzferk, okay? But he was a great character, but he suffered from a less interesting storyline than all of the other characters. He kind of went on and he kind of did his own thing, but he still like kind of carried the show from whenever they went to his perspective, okay? Ube, I think, is going to go right with Torvi, right with Hitzferk. I'm going to put him right below Torvi. We've seen a little bit of Torve before Ube, and she was good. Now, yeah, Ragnar's mistress, Yidu. She was okay. Whenever she was around, I liked her. I'm going to put her into the B tier, but nothing really like went too in depth with it. I'm going to put her right behind Deer. I'm interested to see how people feel about this tier list, but this is my official tier list ranking every single character from the show Vikings. And of course, what I am covering is just, I think I was just covering a little bit of Gunhild and Torvi's first husband. Yeah, there we go. So, sorry about that. I keep meaning to make some more OBS presets to kind of like move my camera around a little bit more. Ivor ahead of Ragnar, and I feel no shame about it. Let me know what you thought about every single character of Vikings. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not watched it already, why don't you check out my Season 6 review here. I loved it, and I talked about why it was so great. I'd love to have you over at that video. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, everybody.